Yeah, I would say the easiest thing to do when you're getting started is to understand, how much money what is the money you need to live on? That's your baseline. You never want to make less than that. You generally want to make more than that because you're going to have lots of cycles in what you do. Have busy months and less busy months. It's very normal. So you need to understand your own baseline. What is your baseline? So an easy thing, like let's say your baseline is, let's choose a number, $50,000 a year. I don't know.
Man, that's low.
Very
Sure.
low. I know. Let's say it's $100,000. I just want to find a round number.
Sure,
let's say it's $100,000. So $100,000, by the way, that would have to be $100,000. That's your salary. Those are, that will include the taxes, right? You're paying. You think like you will have to think about these things. It's your insurance, like personal health insurance. It's your business insurance. It's whatever other expenses whatever that number is. You need to know that number. That's really critical because you have to determine early what is your baseline hourly rate to get to that number. So a really simple way to think about it. So if you're working in a full-time job and you're working 40 hours a week, and that is a very reliable 40 hours, your rate is about, so if you're making $100,000, 40 hours a week, your rate is $50. It's about $50 an hour. And so it's, you take the number of your salary, you cut it in half, and then you knock off 3-4 decimal points, right? So that's your hourly rate-ish. So if it's $200,000, then it's $100 an hour, right? But when you're working on your own, you're not going to be working 40 hours a week billable. You're not going to be billable at that rate. So I would say the safest thing to do is double that rate. So if you need $100,000, the minimum you really want to charge is $100 an hour. Now, there are major exceptions to this, right? If you are not going out and finding your own work, you'll get less. You're going to get closer to the 50. And that's because somebody else is taking on the overhead of finding that work. But if you are going and finding all your own work, you have to pay yourself. You have to find a way to compensate yourself for that time. So anyway, that is just a good rule of thumb. It's going to be somewhere between that 50 and 100 is right. And then as you get into more demand, or if your skills are more specialized, you can ask for more and more money. If you're in demand, then you can literally say to clients, I'm in demand. There are 2 other people who need my time at this time. I need to be able to charge a premium, and that is when your fees are able to go up. But so that's just the hourly picture. I'm just going to add on a quick caveat. There are a lot of people that do not feel like hourly is the right way to charge. So you might charge sort of a value pricing way. I'm going to make a thing. I'm going to charge this set amount of money for that thing. That's another way to do it. But you need to be able to understand that you're going to make money in that situation. You can charge a day rate instead of an hourly rate. There are lots of ways to do it. But I think if you work out that hourly rate bit first, that is the most important first step.
Do you have a preference for which way that you bill?
Yeah. So my preference is hourly. And the reason that that's true is because anybody who's done this work, you know that you do not have all of the details about what the project is going to be like when you are in the middle of the project. So if somebody says, this is no big deal, it's just like, I've got these 25 slides and I just want to make them this other thing. And then you get in the project and you're like, oh, wait a minute. But actually they have 3 friends that they want to, film to be a part of this, or these are the slides, but they want to change all of the graphics that are in the slides, or they actually need a lot more, guidance than I originally imagined. You just cannot figure those things out before you start. And so if you give a fixed price, then you're locked in and you just have to do the work. If you're hourly, then you can communicate early and say, yes, I can do that. I can do this additional graphic design. I think it's going to be another 10 hours. And if you're okay with me doing those 10 hours, that's great. I'll just do them. But if not, then I won't. But it's their choice. right? As opposed to you just having to fulfill the contract. There are reasons not to go that way also, but that is my preference. I will say for my business,